Usually I'm not surprised by many things, but this one right here actually caught me off guard. And I actually heard about this when I was on the clock. I was actually on my break actually. And someone had told me about this and I looked a little bit into it and I could not believe what I read just in the title alone. So this woman's name is Vera Liddell and she's out of Illinois. And this woman was accused of stealing $1.5 million worth of chicken wings out of a school district. And to my knowledge, I think this happened during the pandemic, of course, when there were no kids in school. So that was probably the easiest time for her to do it. But I sat there and said, $1.5 million of chicken wings? This is basically a heist, but still, like, what would possess someone to do that? I don't know that. I'm still trying to wrap my mind about it because I have so many questions. Like, for instance, how was she able to pull this off? What was she doing with that chicken? And how are they going to pay all that money back? Because that's a lot of food. But let's see what they're talking about. The food service director of a school district outside of Chicago is facing charges after investigators said she stole more than $1 million worth of food from the district. Vera Liddell was the food service director for Harvey School District 152 for more than 10 years and was charged with theft and operating a criminal enterprise. Liddell was tasked with placing food orders with Gordon Food Services, a main supplier for the district. Prosecutors told the Sun-Times that for the 19 months from July 2020 to February 2022, Liddell placed orders for chicken wings and billed the district but kept the food. The food was ordered and delivered during a time when students were being educated remotely during the COVID-19 pandemic and were not allowed to attend class inside of school buildings. During that time, the district provided meals for students and their parents to pick up. Prosecutors said that Liddell ordered more than 11,000 cases of chicken wings from the supplier and picked up the orders in a district cargo van, but never took the food to the school or gave it to the students. Prosecutors told WGN-TV that chicken wings are never served to children at the school because they contain bones. Prosecutors said the orders for chicken wings were made separately from the district's legitimate orders, but that the district was still charged for them. So that's how they figured it out, because she ordered a food item that the school would never typically order for their kids because of the bone inside of them. That's where she slipped up. I think if she would have got something that the school would typically get, she would have most likely got away with this without getting caught. The district began its investigation after a routine audit found the district was $300,000 over its annual food service budget, despite only being halfway through the academic year. The district's interim superintendent, Layla Bridges, said she could not comment due to the ongoing investigation, but the district was fully cooperating with authorities, the Sun-Times reported. Prosecutors said it was not clear what Liddell did with the food. Well, I guess that's an answer we ain't going to get, because I don't know what she could have possibly done with $1.5 million worth of chicken wings. Like, what did she really do with that? And this lasted since from 2020 to this time last year. So my question may go unanswered, but y'all can leave your theories. Liddell was taken to the Cook County Jail on a $150,000 bond. The district is comprised of 5 schools serving 1,600 children. Really, the true victims here are the kids. This woman literally stole food out of the mouths of these kids, children, at a time when they most likely definitely needed it the most. She took complete advantage of it and didn't care. But again, this is one of the wildest stories I've heard in a while. If y'all live in the Harvey, Illinois area, because that's what they said that this is coming out of, please let me know if you've heard of this story before today, before me giving or providing this story to you, because this right here is absolutely off the charts and not in a good way. And I hope she can find a way to pay that $150,000 bond. Of course, at 10%, that's $15,000. I hope she can find a way to pay it, and she should be made to pay it. This woman is initially, at the core of it all, a thief. And again, what did she do with that chicken? Where was she going to put it? Or did she just think that this was going to be fun? Or did she get burned by the district that she was working for? And she said, you know what? I'm going to pay them back for like what they did to me allegedly. And I'm going to do this. But I don't know. It's hard for me to go on anything. It's just speculation because they haven't provided any details or motive as to why she did it. Maybe hopefully down the line they will get something out of her as to why she did it, because no one just does this off of impulse. No one does something like this just because. There is an underlying reasoning as to why she did what she did. And hopefully one day and one day soon she'll come out and say what that reasoning is.